Tuck those in, keep them down, you know.
Down. Those boys.
Hello, honeys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're just joining me now, then this is my mum, and she's my best friend in the world. I've got my mum back.
Makeup.
With no makeup, but watch this.
Cringe.
Watch this. No, you look so beautiful, mummy.
What, red nose?
No, you look beautiful. I love it. Look at her skin. Mum's skin. I'm sorry. Is that okay? No. Sorry. But we've got Dirty D back on the channel. Yeah!
We were out last night.
We were out.
Oh.
We definitely got rid of the butterfly frame. We really wanted to keep it in because we're both butterfly brains, but we thought maybe not, considering it just fell over.
Didn't work. Absolutely didn't work.
Hello, by the way, if you're new to my channel, then please subscribe. Subscribe. Yeah, you can join our family. Yeah, you can join my family with my mummy. Today in this video, we're doing turning my mum into me. Obviously, we have different colour hair. I wasn't going to dye mum's hair for this video. I love you, Hans. Don't think she'd want dark hair back. You used to have dark hair, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, it is quite dark. If you look underneath, it is a bit brunette.
But you had dark hair to what, 18, 19?
No, I was blonder, then I went darker, so I went really dark about early 20s when I had YouTube.
I remember those sexy photos you've got on the sofa like that.
Oh yeah.
You got really dark hair, bit of mama. Oh, actually, we were talking about going out last night, weren't we? We were. We said we went out last night.
Yeah.
We are butterfly brains.
I thought you meant in the modelling. I was like, what? We doing modelling? She took me completely on a tangent. Yeah, we did go out last night, and we did look similar.
We looked so similar last night.
I'll show you a picture.
Yeah, I'll insert. Shall I try and insert a photo here? Yeah. It was funny actually last night. This guy, bless him, in the place we went in Bournemouth, he was taking photos of us, wasn't he, mum? Weren't he, mum?
Yes.
Wasn't he, mum? And he was like, 3, 2, 1.
But he was good.
He was really good at the photos.
I was rubbish.
No, you weren't, mama.
So
Don't say that. In my last drugstore haul, I did this similar makeup look, but I put lashes on. But I wanted to show you how I did this makeup look, and I thought, who better to do it on than do it on my mum? I was thinking, yay, mummy, me. I was thinking, should I do a makeup tutorial, or I can just do it on my mum? So today we're going to be turning my mum into me. We've got similar kimonos. I got the same top for us from Topshop.
Keeping those boobies in.
Keeping those babies in. So let's turn my mum into me. So me and mum went shopping last night. Oh, by the way, we had so much fun dancing. We didn't even talk about that. My mum is the best dancer ever. She's my favourite person to go out with, because when we go out, we just have fun, don't we? We had our water bottles in our hands, and we were like...
And everyone just said, yeah, look at us with our water bottles.
Hell no.
And we were just saying to everyone out there, you don't need drink, you don't need drugs.
You don't.
You can drink soft drinks and have a good time.
Yeah, especially with my mama.
We always do. But then you're an amazing dancer.
Wow.
I don't know where you get it from.
You know I'm obsessed with the vitamin E range. If you didn't watch my drugstore haul, then where were you, Huns?
We did meet some really nice Huns last night.
We met some really nice Huns. They're amazing.
If you're watching again,
yeah,
hi. It was really nice. You're lovely, genuine girls. Really, really nice.
Yeah, they were so sweet, weren't they?
Lovely.
Really loyal angels. Thank you so much for watching my videos, and thanks for loving me and mum last night.
We enjoyed it. It was great.
I went shopping to the Superdrug, and I got mum some vitamin E stuff because I'm obsessed with it, and she got to try some new products, so I thought, why not try it together? So it's the Vitamin E Radiance Moisture Cream, and oh, not that I need to do anything to mum's skin at all, but, you know, get those hydrated, you know? Actually, you're gonna have to turn to me, Angel.
Ow.
Are you alright?
Just hurt me now.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me. Are you alright?
I'm alright. I'm half asleep.
We woke up and she was like, "We gonna film?" I was like, "Right, mum, I'm knackered." It was 8 o'clock. We got in at 2, didn't we?
Yeah, I didn't sleep till about 3.
Look at me, mummy's at your skin. We got loads of masks as well, didn't we? Look at you. Actually, look how beautiful you are. I can't deal with you. I can't deal with my mummy. Okay.
You're so sweet.
Then obviously, hum buns, you know about this life, and if you don't know,
nipple cream. Oh.
You don't know.
Get to know.
Nipple cream all over the lips. Bathe in that nipple cream.
Not nipples.
No, not nipple.
We
if you want
another tutorial.
Babes, if you want.
Oh dear.
My little mum hun. Oh, that's shopping.
Oh, do you remember the Care Bears? I remember getting a Care Bear when I was younger.
Didn't you used to have a Care Bear that had a little bit of poo in the bottom of this nappy?
No.
I'm sure of it. Or you drew it in for Jacob, I'm sure of it. You had a little Care Bear and you drew a little bit of poo in to make it look like it, and then he wouldn't come out until
Poor Jacob.
I'm going to take the NYX Micro Brow Pencil with lots of hair on
I'm
it.
going to take the hair off it.
Oh, snide. I'm just going to brush mum's brows into place. Very nice, thick brows, you know.
Yeah, I never shaved them. People used to, didn't they? Now they've got their eyebrows.
Just going to brush up lightly. Oh, that's Mum's husband outside gardening. Can you hear him?
I was just about to say
My stepdad outside gardening, loving his life.
We have Jane in that does the cleaning. She's amazing. Jane comes in. That's me.
Yeah.
There's a little fairy that cooks as well. I don't know, she's amazing.
She's
as well.
Jane
She's
as well.
Cooking. And then there's someone that looks after the children. Oh, that's me as well, most of the time.
Single parents out there, not that Mum is a single parent, but you're amazing. Like, aren't they amazing?
Yeah, us mums.
For you mums or you dads, I mean dads if you're watching, I don't know if you are, but if you're single parents and you're doing it, you're amazing. Because I look at my mum and I'm like, I bow to you. I literally bow to you. You're amazing. She does everything. She works. She cooks. She cleans. She's amazing. Honestly, you're incredible.
Oh, thank
Me mum! My mum! I think I'm mental, Mum.
No, we're all a bit crazy. I'm crazy too, but I love being crazy.
Oh, you didn't bring your Rimmel foundation upstairs, did you? I've got the Max Factor one I'll use. I got you. Okay. Mum said to me, I love Mammy. But she said to me, oh, I don't have any foundations. I've run out. And I said, I swear I gave you some last time I saw you. Anyway, I love my mum.
They're old though.
They're old, but I bought her 5 foundations down. She has 4 down here. Okay, we're going to carve out those brows with a little bit of Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. I don't care. I don't bring anything from Mummy, but it's like, you're so funny. I think she just likes to have a little boots down here. She likes to have a little boots, that's fine.
I get excited when my daughter comes because she buys me all little presents. It's nice being a girly.
We're going out for dinner tonight, aren't we?
Yeah.
Taking the Famalam to Byron. Yeah, we're going to the new one in Salisbury, aren't we?
Yeah.
Because they haven't been there, so cute.
The milkshakes are to die for.
Yeah, the milkshakes
like milkshake.
So
they put
nice.
it in like a tin type cup.
Yeah. It looks really cute, doesn't it? No, I haven't tried them.
Can't you have it with Alpro milk? We could take some tonight and ask them to make you one.
I did that actually once with Starbucks because before Starbucks had coconut and almond milk, they only had soy. I can't drink soy. So I took this guy and he was at Liverpool Street Station. It's outside. Don't tell anyone because he might lose his job. He actually did tell me he'd lose his job.
Well, don't put it on here then.
No, it's fine. He doesn't know the name. No one knows the name. Anyway, he was working outside. He was working outside. This was a long time ago. And I said, excuse me, I really want a chai latte. Is it possible if you make it with almond milk? He's like, I'd lose my job. Yeah, and how bad it is.
Your job. You're a customer.
I know, you tell Starbucks, Mum. You tell Starbucks.
Yeah, for goodness sake. If someone brings their own milk in as well, that's costing them less and they're charging you the same.
I know.
It's a profit.
It's really bad. And he made me one and I was like, you're an actual dream. Okay, what we're going to do now is take the iconic pigment stick in 3.2 and made it for me. I think it's going to have a bit of cleavage at that time.
Can I tell you, Hans, about my dream, what I want to do, my real career?
Okay. Of course.
Well, Hans, if you're listening, I really want to be...
They love my
I want to do life coaching. So if you think it's a good idea, that's a question we can have. See how many people think it's really good. I want to do mentoring and life coaching and start my own business because I've always been sort of quite, without sounding big-headed, been good with people and love helping people with problems and trying to help them help themselves and inspire them to sort of make something of their lives who've had not a very good start or having troubles in their life.
Because my mum and dad didn't have the best childhoods, did you?
No. But so what I wanted to do was, and I was really trying to think of a name of it, and I really wanted to be sort of a bit out there, but a really sort of professional name as well. So I could start up my own business, and the idea would be that I go into either corporate businesses on ad hoc days when they needed it, went in and coached them or mentored them or just did an inspirational talking.
I think you'd be amazing.
And do that to make the money so I can work it around my family. Because as you mums know, it's really hard when you're a mum to have a job, really good money and get the balance with being with your family. You know, I don't earn brilliant amounts of money, but I work part-time to be around the children. But if I went back to a full-time job again, better money, then I would miss them and never see them and they wouldn't want that. So with this idea, I was going to do that, but also to give back to people, because I think it's really important to give back to those. I wanted to do like volunteering, offering out mentoring and coaching for young teenagers. Because I did it a bit at school for 2 years, voluntary, when Freya was very little. And I want to do it really as a sideline.
I think you'd be amazing at it.
So I think it's a really good idea. So tell me what you think, Hans.
Tell us what you think, Angels.
I'm really interested. And if you come up with a really good name that sounds really great to start
Dirty D.
Probably not a good one, especially with young teenage boys. May not be a good way of mentoring and coaching them.
Come and see Dirty D. Quickly, I just put her Too Faced Chocolate Soleil all over her lid, just patted that cream contour in on her eyes. It just gives a little summer glow, I'd say. It's just a little brown, natural thing, and when I've done the contour, it's just gonna pop. By the way, everything I'm doing on my mummy, I did on myself this morning, because we're about to be twins.
We laugh.
We have the same laugh.
It's like a plug, you know, when you let the water out, it goes. And then sometimes we're quiet. Like yesterday, the car, she said, "Mummy, you laughing?" I was laughing. She's like, "You're really laughing."
You actually just went, "That was a chair." take the Healthy Skin Harmony Miracle Foundation. I'm probably doing this in a really weird order, I know, Hans. And I'm gonna take the Infallible Total Cover in number 24. Let's just dip this all over my mum's face. Actually, let's not, because I know what that's like. I'm just gonna put it on my finger. Hand. Let's pat this in. It's very tan for you, mum, but we're gonna make it work.
Hey, work that, baby. Work it. Work
when I'm next to mum, people say I look like my mum. When I'm next to my dad, people say I look like my dad. Who do you think I look like? Let me know, Humbuds. Oh wow, that is tan. Now we're twins. Okay, turn to me, mama.
I think you're a mix of the two of us.
Yeah, I think I'm really
like
half
a crossbreed.
Yeah, like a dog.
You're a mixed breed. Do you know the mixed breeds are the best?
Yeah. What have you got in you? You've got everything in you.
Gosh, I've got Dutch French.
That sounds awful.
I love it. Dutch French.
No,
that's your mind. Dutch French.
It's you.
Jewish Polish. My grandfather from my
Dutch,
father's
French,
side.
Jewish, Polish blood.
So I haven't seen my dad, which I think is really sad.
Actually, let's talk about that, because I do see a lot of you commenting on my mum's videos, on my dad's videos about, you know, you don't have a mum around, or you don't have your dad around. Maybe he just isn't around, or maybe he's not with us anymore, which is just awful. And I wanted you to hear from my mum, because my mum grew up without a dad, and maybe you could talk to my Huns about that, because we just want you to know that we're with you, we love you, you're part of our family now anyway.
Yeah, no, I just think it's sad when you don't have a dad or a mum, and I think obviously some people don't have very good parents, and that's really sad also. We mustn't forget that. Because I didn't have a dad, it's part, when you get older, I think it didn't affect me so much when I was younger, but now I'm like, oh, what would he be like? And have I got any half sisters and brothers? And is there aunties and uncles and family that I'm missing out on? And what would my dad, he's half of me, and now he's your grandfather.
Yeah. One thing you're always really good with is you talk a lot about everything, don't you? You're really open.
Yeah, I'm really open.
Very open.
Too open sometimes. I wear my heart on my sleeve.
No, I think that's nice, mummy. And also it means you get over things, a lot of things, because you're able to talk about things.
Yeah, it's true.
It's so important to
always
talk about
share
things.
it with someone, someone you can trust, and it's not going to just gossip about you. And if they do, then they're quite sad if they did that. Yeah,
maybe Dee could have her own little hotline. Mum, Dee's hotline.
Chat line.
I'll be on the hotline, Dee. Hey, back when only me one day. Hey, hey.
Oh, can I do a shout out?
Yes.
A shout out to Rue.
A bit early, but we'll do a shout out. It doesn't matter. Mum's on the channel. She does what she wants.
I do.
She does what she wants.
She does what she wants.
Diana.
We have a bit of music in the background.
I know, we're not allowed. You know that? 'Cause it's copyright.
Oh, we can't use Despacito. I love that music. A bit of Spanish, a bit of like...
Sing a bit, go on.
Oh, I can't think of it now.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Anyway, a shout out to Rue, who was lovely and came up to me in the George Inn in Fordingbridge. Hi, Rue.
Hi, Rue.
So
hello,
she
Angel.
came up, made a big fuss about me being Imogen's mum, bless her. And there was somebody else, but I can't remember. Everyone with makeup, it'll come to me.
It
was a late
butterfly
night.
brain, butterfly brain. I'm just going to put the NYX HD Creamy Concealer on Mum in the colour beige.
Yay, beige.
Mum can't do other accents, can you? Can you do any other accents?
Let me try.
Your dad's from South Africa.
No, people used to think I came from South Africa, but I'm not really very good at anything. A bit American? No, I don't know, honeys.
Oh my god, we had a nightmare last night putting Mum's lashes on. I can't do it on someone else. We're gonna have to turn the video off. Didn't I say yesterday? I was like, when I put Mum's lashes on, we are gonna have to turn off the video.
But they are hard to do unless you're doing them for yourself.
Blended in really nicely, Mama.
Is it?
Yeah. They look beautiful. Okay, so I just tweeted and Jess Jones sent me a question saying, have you and your mum always been so close? Love you. I love you, Jess. Put on the full slash score. You've got really long eyelashes, haven't you, actually?
Can I get a bit of black on my nose?
I'm so rubbish.
No, you're not.
I love you. Okay, so have we always been so close, Mama?
No.
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 We were close when I was younger, weren't we?
You hit your teenage years,
yeah,
and then all the hormones go really strange for those girls out there. We all know about that, don't we? And boys clash like mad. But I think it was because we were too similar.
We're too similar, yes. We were arguing.
So we were arguing, and we're just like two people that sat in a pod talking the same thing at each other.
Like, I'd have a go at Mum about something, and she'd have a go at me about the exact same thing.
I remember once I was walking along, we went to a dance, because I used to help her with the choreography, because obviously I danced, and she danced as well. And so we both were like, I think this is a better idea, and we'd have so many fights doing these dances. And she did some amazing dances on stage, and you know, it was brilliant. And I would try and help her, and it was like, no, typical girl. Oh, not let my mum do it. You know, at that age when you're not mature, and you sort of see it as a bad thing to let someone help you. Yeah. And we were walking along the street, and we were going back to where we lived in Brighton. And we wouldn't talk to each other. We were just rowing around because we'd had no car. We were walking, and I said, what was that thing?
You went, you're talking a load of rubbish.
I said, rubbish.
And we just laughed, didn't we? We just laughed, and it broke us out of it.
It did.
To be fair, saying we haven't been close is probably close wasn't as close, if you know what I mean. We've always been a very loving family, weren't we? Even when we were growing up, we were, even if we'd argue, you'd come and sit on my bed and we'd be like, I don't want to argue, wouldn't we? But we did clash when I was growing up. And also, when mum and dad broke up, I found it quite hard. I found it difficult, didn't I? Then. And we weren't really that close then because of certain things that happened. And it was really difficult. And it's a difficult time for anyone that is going through their parents being divorced or their parents have divorced and you're still struggling with it. It is difficult because you're so torn. And sometimes you hear so many different sides of the story. And you realise that when you get older, your parents aren't bionic, they are humans and they make mistakes. But when you're younger, you think, but my parents are perfect, they'd never do anything. And I remember I wanted you to both stay together for us. And now I look back and think...
You told me that once.
Yeah.
I remember you were really young and I said, but I'm really unhappy. And I was trying to be honest with you saying, but it's not working with mum and dad, which is really sad. And, you know, maybe I just outgrew and grew up and we were different. We were going in different directions. And because we've been together a long, long time, which is always sad when people break up. But you said, but I want you to stay together because, you know, I want you to be together.
Because as a child, that's what you think it has to be. But in actual fact, sometimes your parents they're not meant to be together, and they spent a long time together, you and dad, didn't you? And they just grew up and grew apart from each other, but they're both still my parents. They both still love me as much as they did, and I actually probably am closer to them now that they're not together because they're happier.
But I think one thing that's sad about any divorce is that, you know, you split up because you're not getting on and things aren't working out. So the children suffer with that a bit, you know, like parents arguing or the stress of that, which loads of you out there understand and know about possibly, which is very sad. But the thing that I remember one person saying to me was that if you're going to split up, then split up and get on, be friends together, because otherwise the children think, you're still arguing? Why did you know, you're still doing it, so it's no easier for us. You know, you've split up, which is hard enough, and now you're still at each other's throats.
But when there's heart and love involved, it's so hard. And when someone's heartbroken, and it was heartbreaking for both people, and it's horrible. But mum haven't always been as close as we are now. She's my best friend in the whole world. But when I was younger, I didn't want to tell mum certain things because I used to think, oh, like, she was always so open. And all my friends used to say, didn't they? Tell your mum that. Like, tell your mum when you first kiss someone or something like that. Tell your mum about it because she's so open. And I used to be like, oh no, I'm too embarrassed. Like, what if she thinks I'm like this? But your parents have all done it. Everything you have done, your parents have done. And I wish I could go back now and sort of say, oh mum, this is going on. But now we're so open. We're probably a little bit too open, but it's fine. The thing is, you can't regret. We're both so close now. She's my best friend. I speak to her every single day, don't I?
Yeah, and that's lovely.
Yeah. Okay, so Chloe Lewis wrote to us and said, what was your funniest moment from when you were little? I'm going to powder mum's face and then we're going to answer. I'm going to use the Fit Me, Matt and Paulus, and I'm going to put this all over her face. It's the translucent one. I love it so much. Okay, so what was our funniest moment, mum?
Well, being so open, I remember when Imogen was growing up.
I was so young.
I know, and she had her first, perhaps it was wrong looking back at it now, but I'm just like, well, here's your dad. And
but what?
and I bought her first bra. And I said to her, go and show dad. Go and show your father.
I had no boobs, right? They were literally like flat pack from IKEA, like they were flat. I was tiny, I was like 12 or 13. She was like, oh, go and show your dad. Go and show my dad! My first bra! And I did, didn't I? I went in and went, Mum!
Sorry, that was really hard. I didn't mean it like that though. I was thinking more like, you know, he's your daddy, you're growing up, it's really sweet, you're a little girl growing into a woman, and I don't know, I know it's all strange like that now and you can't do those sorts of things, but maybe it was just something I felt that was quite...
Wanted to share.
She wanted to share.
Because we've always been an open family.
A bit too much, maybe. That's a bit odd.
It's funny, I think it's funny. What is normal anyway? We were talking about this yesterday, like, and I was saying it to my Huns when I met them last night. I said, who's to say that you're not normal? Just because what they see you as. Like, some people look at me and think I'm weird. I guess I am weird, but then...
Actually, wonder what the dictionary says about normal.
Exactly.
We need to look it up. What does it say? Because normal, you can't say today, because the generations have changed so much as well. So what may have been normal back 20 years ago won't be normal now. And,
so true.
And anything that's different about us, is that
so
normal?
True.
Or is it just because we think in our eyes...
Society sees that as normal.
So I think it's a subjective thing.
True.
I think it's very subjective. It's how people see you. And some people will say, yeah, we're completely abnormal. Fine, that's their choice.
I would rather be abnormal than...
I don't want to sit and be the same as everybody else and conform. And,
exactly.
You know, you only get one life.
So be yourself.
And people remember you by...
People are scared to be themselves.
Oh, Dee, she was the crazy one. Or Dee, she was the kind, generous one. And, you know, it's like, that's good to be known as those things instead of someone that just walks through life. And
yeah, because you end up getting older, and we were talking about it last night, weren't we? And you think, when you get older, like when you get to my grandma's age and stuff, you look back and you think, oh, how things were when I was younger. Why would you want to get older and then look back and think, I wasn't myself.
Yeah.
I lived my whole life not being myself.
Yeah, exactly. I think, you know, we do have slight regrets about things. You have to, but then you just think about, okay, maybe I should have done it this way. Maybe I should have done that. And I think as a parent or an adult, I think one of the things that lots of children appreciate is their parents saying, I've got it wrong.
Yeah.
I'm wrong. Because often parents are quite hypocritical at times as well. And to say to your children, yeah, I did that, or I got it a bit wrong as well, or yeah, I've told you off and it's just because I'm really miserable today, or I'm grumpy today and I was being a bit of a, you know, I've often done that to my children and said, yeah, actually, I'm being just a moody old cow today. And
but that's okay.
And that is okay because we're humans, and you know, I can't always be tolerant of everything all the time.
Different Chloe asks, what is the one movie you watch together and not get bored of? I would say My Best Friend's Wedding, wouldn't you?
Oh, I love that
That's
film.
our film.
And do you remember
the moment I wake up? Yeah, I love My Best Friend's Wedding. I think it's My Best Friend's Wedding, don't you?
Rupert Everett was lovely in it.
And
you fall in love with him.
He's so sexy though, the other man.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so sexy. I had a manager at work that looked like him, Mum, and I was like that.
What about Love Actually? That's another funny story.
Oh my God, Love Actually.
I went with my friend.
That's a funny story.
Yeah, I went with my friend, and Imogen came with us, and we were supposed to go see The Elf or something.
Yeah.
And Imogen, you were probably 12, 10, something like that.
Maybe.
And
Yeah,
it was a 15.
I was young, wasn't
It was a 15 film. And we wanted to go see Love Actually. He was like, oh no, you can't see that because it's a 15. So I said, okay, we're going to The Elf. And we went into The Elf, we started watching it, and it was so boring, we found it really boring.
Yeah.
And so we walked out and walked into the other cinema and started watching Love Actually.
Love Actually.
And
it was a 15, wasn't it?
It was a bit
is it a
rude
15?
because you know that beginning bit.
Or is it a 12?
It's a 15
yeah.
or something. But it started doing all sorts of things.
Sex. There was sex, wasn't it, at the beginning?
And I was looking thinking at my friend.
Oh, and I was like loving it.
But it's a great film. I
By the
love
way,
that film.
we're using this, the Revolution. I've used them on my face today and I think my highlight is popping. It's the Revolution liquid highlighters. They're unreal. Look at this, Mum. Watch about this glow. You loved the glow last night, didn't you, Mama?
Yes, I did.
She loved it.
It looked great, didn't it?
Yeah, you looked sexy.
It made my skin look really porcelain.
Dewy.
Chewy.
Chewy. Now your little prayer for you. Forever, ay, and never, ay, I said in my heart.
I would sing with you, but I can't sing this morning. Oh.
You can't even do the top C.
The top C.
Go on, Mum. Go on, Mum.
Go, Mum. Go, Mum.
I am so lucky. I've got such an open, loving mum. Like, growing up, I'm just dropping all the
Just
makeup
throw the makeup on my foot. Love you.
I'm sorry. I talk to my mum about everything. I talk to my mum and dad, don't I, about everything. I'm like, oh, my boobs are so swollen on my period. My dad's like, Imogen. Actually, he doesn't. He's like, you need cabbage leaves. That's what your mum had when you were younger.
Cabbage
when
leaves.
She was younger.
Yeah, I love a good cabbage leaf.
Because mum's passed me her wonderful hormones. I said the other day, I love my mum so much. Don't like the hormones. She's passed me her wonderful hormones where about a week before, it's like I'm in pain. I'm in pain. Cabbage leaves really help. Why? Why is that?
Oxygens or something in it.
Oh.
It gives off. They have to be cold.
Close your eyes, Mama. My beautiful Mama. Let's give you a little bit of that. Hey. Soak that skin like a little bubby. Heidi said, most awkward experience you've had with your mum, probably showing my bra to my dad with my mum. You've never walked in on me and my exes. No, so that's fine. Even though you probably were like thinking what's going on. My ex-boyfriend used to come round, she used to go, you going up to have sex?
I did.
Yeah, you did. And my ex-boyfriend, he was always really shy in front of my mum, and then when she'd walk out, he'd be like, oh, your mum wants it. So I used to say it, didn't I? And he'd be so shy and really sneaky in front of you, wouldn't he? Like really quiet. And then she'd embarrass him by being like, you're gonna go upstairs? Because I'd tell mum that he'd been saying it. You're gonna go upstairs, have some fun. My daughter, he'd be mortified.
Actually, one awkward moment was
I walked in on you, but that's standard.
You had your...
She loves it. She loves it.
You had your 16th birthday party and you took me round and paraded me off to all your young mates.
You were getting more protective than Dad was.
I always get really protective because I'm really easygoing, but I'm feisty when it comes to protecting my family. I'm like a little dog.
Oh, we're taking the Laura Geller Baked Gelato Illuminator in Charming Pink because my mum's a little charming pink baby. Mm-hmm. I've got that from you, haven't I? We're feisty. Mm. Like, we'll complain if we need to. I love that about you, though. I love your get up and go. I love your drive. I love that you always want to do more, and you've inspired me growing up. Yeah, you were such a hard worker. Yeah, but I've got that from you. And I've got my loving nature from you as well. Although Dad's got it as well. You and Dad are extremely different, but also very similar. Like your sense of humour is the same in a way.
Oh, I'm a bit more mature though.
Bit more mature. Sauce that. You're both really open. You can joke about anything. I was saying last night, wasn't I? I don't feel like we're the typical English family, because a lot of people think that English people are cold. We're not.
No,
we're not.
I've always been
Turns
really...
aside there. Go on with the glow, mama. Okay, where shall I start? We're about to put these lashes on. Don't know what's happening.
Oh, perhaps we'll pause it now. Edit that bit.
No. We're gonna do this.
Retake. Hold on, 154th retake.
Okay, Lauren Justice asked us, what is the best memory you have with your mum? The best memory I have with my mum is she used to make this thing when I was younger called Dee's Treat. Dee's little treat. And honestly, it was just simple, but at the time, and still now, I am so appreciative of it. Like, it's mum's thing. Me and my older brother used to love it so much. It's basically be sandwiches cut up with no crusts. And then it would be like a little bit of crisps on the side, some grapes, and she'd cut the grapes up, and some banana, apple,
yogurt.
And then, oh, Mum, I love you.
Sweets.
And also one of my best memories is a little sweets, and she'd bring it to you on a little plate. Oh, Mummy. I remember when I found out Mum was moving away from Brighton, didn't I call you? And I was like,
yeah,
I'm never gonna get a Dee's treat. She's like, Imogen, of course you will. I was like, I only want a Dee's treat. Also, another amazing memory I have of my mum is when I was younger, she used to work right by where we lived. Smashed her life. She was an amazing boss, my gal, independent woman, you know. If you don't know,
you will know. I don't know what's that.
Get to know. If you don't know, if you don't know,
get to know. Get to know.
Yeah. Anyway, my mum would always come home to me on lunch breaks if I wasn't very well and I was at home, and she'd bring me a Ribena, strawberry, and oh my god, I want a strawberry and orange Ribena now.
Yeah.
And she used to bring a little magazine.
No, it was apricot and orange, wasn't it?
Apricot orange. Ribena I've never made.
I think it was. Okay, perhaps it wasn't.
It was I love you.
Orange fruits. It was like...
No, it's just an orange Ribena or a strawberry one. And then you'd bring a magazine, and you'd bring like, oh, Mum, love
little
you.
Bits.
She just wanted to come home and cuddle her babies on her break.
Oh, little cuddle. And tucking you into bed.
Yeah. You didn't do that last night. That's a bit snide.
I tried to, but you'd gone.
Had I?
Actually, I did. I came back in to see you and I kissed your hand.
Oh, my mum, I swear, it's the best mum in the world. And if anyone wants to fight me about it, I will.
I will too.
My little mum.
My little daughter.
Oh, our voice is so cute. Every time I do that voice, Jacob's like, you remind me of mum so much. Hello, hon. And the dog. Hello, Freya's got her face on as well. This is my sister. This is my little sister. See, actually, I'm really glad you did move away, because otherwise you wouldn't have had Freya.
I know. We love Freya.
But you can tell, do you think we look alike? Sometimes my dad, who isn't Freya's dad, even says, sometimes you look alike. And I'm like, Dad, you always say I look like you. If I look like Freya, I look like Pete. Do I look like your daddy? No.
No,
the family was
like have the same faces. We look like the same faces.
Yeah.
Mummy says that.
What does my daddy call you? Chocolate?
Yeah.
Because you got chocolate eyes, like Disney princess eyes. And who's this? Who's the little man? We want the little man. Hello. Hello. You got red lipstick on you now.
Oh.
The camera died, so Freya's in here watching with us. Yay! Say hey, Freya. Say hey, Hans.
Hi, Hans.
Yay!
Hey.
So I've done Mum's hair because we look cute. All I need to do now is put some blush on and do there, and do the lips. But we're going to answer some questions. So we have this question from Jodie, and Jodie asked on how to not compare your life to other people's or compare your sort of self to other people. Let me get the blush.
Okay, do you want me to talk while you get the blush?
Talk while you get the blush, Mum. You go.
Talk while
Go
you
on,
get the blush.
girl. Go on.
Okay, so I would never compare myself to others, because when I have done, sometimes you start to feel a bit down and
Yeah.
oh, I wish I had that, wish I had this. Then you get into that sort of behaviour, and then it makes you just feel really down, and it's not a good thing to do, because we all have qualities and things in our lives that we should be happy and grateful for. So I would always say, enjoy what you have. Love others as well, and appreciate
True.
those that are nice around you, because there are a
Yeah.
lot of lovely people out there.
Hold on to those people, even if you have one.
Yeah, and also tell people they look good. Tell people if they make you feel smile. Tell
Yeah.
they make you feel happy. Make you feel smile.
Make
They
you feel
happy.
smile.
They make you feel smiley. And tell them if they make you feel happy. And also, if someone looks beautiful, tell them they look beautiful, because sometimes as a girl, or as anyone, you sometimes feel that bit of, oh no, I feel that jealousy when you're younger. But as you get older, the more
Yeah.
you feel it, the more you think, oh, I just love the way people look, and
Yeah.
and that comes off on you, and I think it keeps you
So
younger
true.
and prettier, because you've got an inner love and an inner appreciation
inner
of others,
beauty, yeah.
and an inner beauty, and that comes out, or as opposed to being catty to people.
It makes you bitter. It makes you bitter.
It does, and it makes you sadder inside. If you're angry and bitter, all you're doing is destroying your soul.
Yeah.
So.
And also comparing yourself to other people isn't going to make you look like them. It's not going to make you have their life. If anything, it's actually going to make you just fixate on them, and you're not going to be able to live your life. If you constantly fixate on someone else, then you're not going to get on with things that you want to do, and you have to live your life for yourself, don't you?
Exactly.
You have to be selfish. Obviously, my family are my whole world, but you also have to think, I want to make my family when I'm older happy, and you have to think of yourself sometimes. You have to put yourself first, don't you, Mama?
Definitely.
Let's put lips on. Summer Teas lip liner from Nia. And Mama, you can talk like that.
Oh, I've forgotten what I was going to say now. I've completely gone a butterfly brain now. But I was also going to say that I think when you give off that you think people look lovely, it gives you that inner feeling of like...
Jasper's trying to get in.
Dog's trying to get in.
It makes you happy, doesn't it?
It does. I think, that was what I was going to say. When you said about comparing yourself to others, I really wouldn't, because often there's more of a story to people than you realise. So many people I've met that are smiley, lovely, gorgeous people inside and out, and they have so much going on in their life that
everyone's
I never
fighting a
realised.
battle. Exactly.
And I was so shocked. I found that recently out with a friend. I'm not going to mention her because obviously it's very private. And I was so shocked because she is gorgeous. She is smiley, and she'll know who I'm talking about if she's watching this video. And she's smiley. She's an adorable person, and she's going to go a long way in life. But she's got a hell of a lot of things going on that she needs to deal with. And I'm really proud of her. And I think she's amazing and an inspiration. Aww. And you don't have to go around in life feeling sorry for yourself and wanting people to pity you. Because often, if they're not a nice person, they won't anyway.
So true.
Just be loved for who you are. Love yourself. You know, and one of the things, I think as my Russian friend said to me, when you meet a guy, always marry someone or be with someone that loves you more than they love themselves.
So true.
Lovely? And it's so true.
It's so true.
Because they'll always think of you, and not in a sort of like you need to be a spoiled.
It does make you feel better though when you give someone a compliment. Doesn't it make you feel like this inner,
And it's like when I give things away or I help others, it makes me feel really humble. That's why I like feeling. It makes me feel humble, and it makes me feel like I've done something in this world, and I'm helping other people.
You've definitely done a lot in this world, Mum. You're the best mum in the whole world, I swear.
You're the best daughter.
Okay,
I have a little daughter as well.
Oh, we love Freya as well. You got a little daughter and a big daughter. Okay, Carly said, what is the best advice you've ever received off the other person? Off my mum. She's always told me not to care about what people think, and that's with life, that's with YouTube, that's with everything, that just is in every walk of life. Because when I was younger, I did really care about what people think of me.
Well, I think in a negative thing, sometimes it's nice to...
You got lipstick on your teeth.
I always do. Is it off?
There you go.
But
I mean, I don't want to...
negative people you mustn't listen to and care what they want to think. Because...
And also, I used to hold back from being myself, my true self, because I used to think, oh, that's not cool, or people will judge me for that. Now I'm like, if I'm going to be weird and looked at in the street, I don't care, do I? And that's because you don't care. You'll go out and do whatever you want, wear whatever you want, speak to whoever you want, dance with whoever you want. You're just so open and so flamboyant and amazing. I think that you inspire me. That's the best advice I've ever got off my mum. Also, I'll ask you another question, Mummy. This is, Miss Shannon says, have you got any advice to cope with A-level stress or any stress in general? Thanks for your questions, by the way, Hans.
Yeah, they're really good. Thank you, hun. Stress, A-level stress. Stress is...
Or just stress, yeah.
Stress in general, especially when exam times come, is not to give yourself too much pressure. Sleep well and eat well and relax. Do like yoga. I'm quite spiritual, so I love things like candles.
Yeah.
I love lighting candles. I like incense.
Yeah.
Have time out to just unwind and think about nothing but just relaxing.
Maybe go on a walk.
I find that exercise, endorphins.
Yeah.
Get plenty of exercise. Even when you feel really tired and down, it's more often not, it's best to actually get out, and it's amazing how different you feel when you're going out for some fresh air, walk in the country, walk in the seaside, walk around the town, whatever, floats your boat.
I also find with stress helps that. I also find it helps with stress when you talk about
I was about to say exactly that.
Were you?
I was just about to say,
because
open up,
stress can get on top of you, and then you feel like you feel even more stressed because you've got no one to talk to about it.
Yeah.
Open up to someone, even if it's venting it out to a diary. If you have no one to speak to, vent it out somewhere. And also, I think
write it down. Yeah, write it down's good.
Because it feels like you then release it. If you know what I mean. Even if you talk it out to yourself and say, I'm fed up with this, I'm fed up with that. Who cares if you're talking to yourself? No one's looking at you. You're in your room. Do you know what I mean? And if you do have someone to talk to, then talk to them. If you have a friend, you can go on some websites, can't you? And you can vent to people.
There's loads of stuff, and there's loads of points and tips on how to relieve stress from, all sorts of websites on, especially exam stress. But also when you're doing any sort of exams or stuff, remember why you're doing it and who you're doing it for.
Yeah.
Don't push yourself too hard. If you know you've got it there, it will be there. if you,
So true.
you know, and I often get in the exams and want to walk out. I get a real feeling of an anxiety of, I've got to get out of here, I've got to get out of here. And I spent on one recent exam, I did about 20 minutes, not even doing the paper because I was determined to go. I was like, I hated the environment.
You did amazingly.
And I pushed through, and I did it with lots of exams. It's harder when you get older sometimes because you lack confidence in, can you do it? But it's not about trying to achieve it because your parents want you to have an A and an A star, otherwise you're not good enough. It's not about that. It's actually doing what you are good enough
Some
at.
people can't get A's and A stars, but it doesn't mean you're not clever.
Yeah, exactly.
There's intelligence in so many different ways, and I think that at school sometimes we can be so worried about being good at maths and English and history, and that's amazing if you are. That's incredible that you are. But then other people have different talents.
Of course,
some people are really
talent.
Emotionally intelligent. There's loads of things that you can be good at.
Stuff. And I think what you know, that's true. Emotional intelligence is a really important one as well. And also academic intelligence. It doesn't come with everything. If you're really academic, sometimes you may not have, you know, the social skills or common sense. So it's all...
Everyone is fighting a different battle. And I also think that with exam stress, the best way I handled it is by bullet pointing, is that right? Bullet pointing.
I used to do priority lists.
Yeah,
and
like
that.
break it down so you can see what you need to do. So like if you one day think, it's all getting on top of me, you just have to break it down concisely and say, right, I'm going to do this for 2 hours and then I'm going to stop. Even if you think you need longer on it, stop. Let yourself have a little break, have some rest, and you're all going to be fine with your exams, aren't they, hon?
Yeah, definitely. And get people to ask you questions. You know, go back and say, can you ask me this?
Yeah, I like the cards.
Yeah. I mean, Imogen's amazing at doing like acting stuff and script. She could just look at it and she's got it. I'm absolutely rubbish at it. I am so like, I think I'm a bit dyslexic or something, I don't know, but I really struggle to find the information in. So I would like...
Because you've got so much stuff going on every day.
I've got such
Everyone
a busy
to look
life.
after, you're doing everything.
So when I'm doing anything, like I'm doing a show at the moment, I have to keep going over like, okay, remember the line.
But you do it. I watched your last show and you got it. You did everything right.
Thank you. But I'm a nightmare through rehearsals. I think, why have we actually lent on this girl? Why do you think she... And then I get on stage and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. My ballet teacher used to say it about me, didn't she? And you're the same. I used to be like the graceful swan. Underneath, I'm like this. I used to say to my ballet teacher before I go into my ballet, I'm going to fail. What if I fail? What if I get this? And she'd be going, she'd say, I was second guessing myself. I was thinking, I thought Imogen was going to do really well in this ballet exam, but she's telling me she doesn't know what she's doing. She'd come out with an A and I'd get top marks, wouldn't I? And she'd be like, oh, brilliant, Imogen, you scared me. And you're the same.
Yeah, I think we don't always believe in ourselves either. So, yes, we may act like we're really confident, but I think everyone has a bit of like, you know, all insecurities.
So true. Everyone has insecurities.
And I get shy, and my friends who know me for years still don't believe it. They say you never get shy.
This is what I say all the
I was
time.
shy last night, we were out.
Yeah.
I was like, this is really hard. And then
I think we are the same person in that respect.
Yeah, and I just cover it up. People are like, I just go into an actress mode. I go, right, I'm in this show, I'm in a party, I'm going to just get in it and love it and enjoy it and enjoy it for others and make other people smile.
People always say that to me. People are always like, you're so confident. I am very confident in a lot of situations like you are.
Yeah.
But there are times when I'm really quiet. There are times when I'm shy. And only my family really know it, don't you? And my best friends do know it. They're like, Imogen, I can tell you're getting really shy now. And I'm like, really? But the thing is, we go over it and we get through it because we push through it. But some people can't push through it. And that's just your personality. It shouldn't be a bad thing that you're shy. That's an amazing thing. That's your thing. We should revel in the fact that I'm a bit confident, but then I get shy. But the thing is, I think sometimes people tar you with that brush of, well, you're loud. Yeah. You're never quiet. And it's I am quiet a lot of the time.
That's why I think we've got a lot of things thrown at us. I mean, I was bullied a few times through my growing up and my work life. I think it's because people thought, oh, look at her, she can take it.
She'll take it, yeah.
She's such a loud mouth. Look at her,
really
she's so
sensitive.
confident and cocky. And I just think, why are they putting me down? Why are they being horrible to me?
You're just being you. You're just being you.
And that's
okay, so we've done it. I made my mummy. I feel like after that chat, I am you anyway. I feel like I am you anyway after that chat. We're the same person. Sometimes I call you and I'm like, I was really shy then. You're like, yeah, I know, I get like that too. We're the same person. Everyone thinks I talk 100 miles per hour, that I talk 100 miles per hour all day, every day. Yeah. I sit there and chill sometimes, don't I? That's boyfriends as well. Ex-boyfriends, you say to me, oh my God, you're actually really chilled sometimes. I thought you were on one all the time. And I'm like, no, just a lot of the time.
I know, it's like people don't believe I like being on my own and quiet and having no one around me, but that's because I have everyone around me all the time.
You look so beautiful. I think I did a really good job of turning my mum into me.
What do you think, Hans?
I think you look so beautiful. I think you look gorgeous. I think you look lovely. I think you look amazing.
And so
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you do like this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. If you want to see my mum on my channel more, then I would absolutely love it. I would love it so much. I love having my mum on my channel.
I love being on your channel.
Perhaps we'll just do a chatty video next time.
Yeah.
Just talking. Maybe we could just do a Q&A.
Yeah,
because I like that.
Yeah, I do.
I like doing your makeup, but I also like just doing the Q&A. It was really cute. Okay, so if you're new to my channel, we've already done the shout out. Mum did it earlier, but it doesn't matter. We change things up when Mum's on the channel. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do the song game. So we're going to mime a song and you got to guess the sound.
Where are we starting from, baby girl?
Started from the bottom, now we Okay.
Rubbish at remembering the words.
Ready? Oh, Mum was about to start. Let's go. Oh my God, that song literally makes me think of you. It makes me want to cry. That reminds me of my childhood and you just singing.
I know.
Mum used to sing me to sleep every night.
Celine Dion. I was a Celine Dion fan for a bit, wasn't I?
We've just given away the song. Actually, we didn't. We gave away the...
Oh, quick.
What did you do actually? Like the other day, you gave away someone's birthday party.
Oh, a surprise birthday party.
Mum told the girl.
I'm so rubbish at that.
She told the girl. I feel right. Okay, I'm really glad I've had my mum on my channel. Thank you so much for watching us. I'm really grateful. Thanks for being subscribed. We love you so much, don't we, Hans?
We do. We love you.
We love you.
Thank you, Hans, and thank you for supporting my wonderful daughter. I'm so proud of. She's amazing.
Thank you.
Keep supporting her. She's a big inspiration to you all out there.
Oh, love Mummy. We'll link our kimonos and everything we used today, even though I'm sorry I didn't really mention the product. We were too busy chatting away. Okay, so...
Until next time, angels, we're going to love you, we're going to leave you.
Oh my God, Freya, that was so good! You're an angel! Oh my God, I literally just went to her, say this, and she got it straight away.
She's good as well.
She's an amazing
memory.